the location of the firecracker berries because we have our dailies and weeklies and we need to get that stuff done.
Serve and protect.
So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do this go around. I think I'm gonna end up making a few videos of some locations where stuff is actually useful. If you can, go ahead and hit a like, hit subscribe, that'll help out the channel a lot. Comment on the stuff you'd like to see. If I haven't covered it before, go ahead and leave a comment, let me see, and as long as it's not something like an exploit, I'll be happy to cover it. So, first off, the firecracker berries. Best place I've seen is really around Big Fred's Barbecue Shack. You do need firecracker berries for several types of drugs that you can make in game. One of my favorite ones is actually the berry mentats, and I believe you need them for that one. So, let's make sure we get our skills on. You're gonna want green thumb for you don't need it, but me personally, I like speeding things up, so I use green thumb. Let's see. I like using good with salt as well. So we'll take that off and put good with salt on. Alright, so the firecracker berries, I think are easier to find at night. They're these red ones right here. So we'll go ahead and pick those. And they're all over the place, ranging from the east side of Fred Barbecue's shop, going south, going north, and going east. I just kind of hop around, try to find as many as I can. If you have marsupial, it definitely helps out because you can see a bit further. It's kind of a shot in the dark because if you're on a server that they already harvested them on, or you harvest them earlier, it could be kind of a pain in the butt to try to find it. But they are there. Just, again, nighttime's the best time because you don't have the sun glaring at you or anything like that. Aluminum, sure, I'll take some aluminum. I'm gonna harvest more than I need because I plan on making more berry mentats. So this is about as south as I am right now, so we're gonna, I just saw some over here. Grab some right there, then let's head north. I think north will be better. Grab some mentats. But they're all up and down the Savage Divide. It just seems like, for me at least, where I farm them is more along this area because even though they're not in a very big cluster farm, which a lot of things aren't going to, you can search around, you can find them, and you're not really having to deal with side stuff like whatever's gonna try to kill you. Okay, so I'm going too far on that side. How many do I have? Get rid of that. I got 14 of them. One of the things I do is I do make my own drugs on the game, just because I know which ones I enjoy using, and something like Berry Mentats is very useful in almost every situation. It'll highlight all the alive things around you, whether they're passive or aggressive. It kind of saves me time because then I don't have to be like, where's that gunshot coming from? It's good for PvP, it's good for everything. I've even had times where I was doing PvP, and unless they fixed it, if I had Berry Mentats on, they couldn't hide from me. They could use their stealth boys, and it didn't do them any good. You could go through this shack and pick up this other stuff for the weeklies. You have to harvest a certain amount of building materials. You're in the area, you may as well grab it. I don't know why I just picked up some dirty water. Oops. Stepped on a fox. There's more. Yeah, you'll get some of that as if you accidentally run over them and you don't pick them fast enough, they'll blow up and hurt you a little bit, not very much. The reason why I'm picking this area is because not everybody has an overpowered build, and not everybody's going to be level 50 plus, but they would still like to get those atoms and stuff like that, so may as well pick an area where it's going to have the least amount of resistance. The closer you get towards Site Alpha, you're going to get a little more resistance, but depending on who's in the area, it shouldn't scale too high. I believe it's like a level 20 or 30 area. There'll be a Yao Guai over here. Easy acid. I love anything that dies and gives me acid. So we're at Site Alpha. I've noticed a lot of these plans are also conditional. So stuff like the blood leaves, you're gonna have to look for the situational stuff, and I can cover that whenever I do them. But they're very common areas if you look for the type of condition that they usually spawn in. With me, I like to try to figure out common grounds for pretty much everything, so that's just what I do. Alright, so we covered the firecracker berries. By all means, share it with your friends, make the game a little bit easier on you guys. Full-time job workers, this channel is mainly directed for you guys because I know how agonizing it can be to have to come home from a busy day and have to do boring stuff like farm or Google everything to figure out where things are. It's harder to become self-reliant because you just aren't allotted the amount of time that could speed things up for you. So hopefully the knowledge base will be able to help you guys. Again, hit like, hit subscribe, share with your friends, let people know, and I will see you guys next video.